Have you ever felt like your obedience to God came with a long, silent wait? What if the most important step of your faith required 14 years of hidden preparation before it was even seen? The Apostle Paul knew that reality, and his testimony still speaks to our souls today. Then after a period of 14 years I went up again to Jerusalem with Barnabas, taking Titus also with me. Think about that quiet interval. 14 years. That is not a short gap between appointments. That is a full season of life, enough time to grow a child into a teenager, enough time to build a career, enough time to wonder if God has forgotten the promise. Paul had been called by Christ on the road to Damascus, had preached, had suffered, had spent time in Arabia, and yet the next major public validation of his gospel message did not come until 14 years later. During those years, he was not idle. He was learning, loving, serving, and being stripped of his own ambition. But he was also waiting on a timing that only heaven understood. How often do we live in the pressure to produce immediate results? We want the breakthrough now, the answer today, the recognition tomorrow. Yet Paul shows us that God's timeline is rarely our timeline. The 14 years were not wasted. They were the crucible where his character was forged, where his message was tested, and where his companions like Barnabas and Titus became part of the story. You see, he did not go alone. He took Barnabas, the son of encouragement, and Titus, a living example of the grace he preached. God was weaving a community around him even in the waiting. Perhaps you are in a 14-year season right now. Maybe it is not exactly 14 years, but the number does not matter. What matters is that the pause has purpose. Every day you remain faithful in the unseen place. You are being prepared for a Jerusalem moment, a moment of confirmation and alignment with God's greater plan. Do not despise the years that feel empty. They are full of the Spirit's quiet work. He is teaching you to trust not in your timing but in His perfect appointment. So today, take a breath. Release the need to rush. Ask yourself, am I willing to wait 14 years for the sake of the gospel? And am I willing to walk that road with others, like Barnabas and Titus, so I am not alone? Your waiting is not forgetfulness. It is preparation. God is counting every day, and when the moment comes, you will go up again, not in your own strength, but in the fullness of His time. Trust Him with the years you cannot see. They are the foundation of the obedience He will one day reveal.